I was stuck on help desk for years, fixing printers, crawling under desks. I hated it. That was the moment I said, nah, I cannot do this anymore. There were three things that changed everything for me. Three things that finally got me unstuck and moved me from cable monkey to cybersecurity. Man, I was stuck on help desk for years, fixing printers, crawling under desks, running cables at 4 a.m. I hated it. It felt like I had no dignity. Like, is this really what I'm meant for? Meanwhile, I'd look over at the cyber guys sitting behind their screens, expected, making more money and all that sort of stuff. And I'm the guy running around like a cable monkey. That's when it hit me. This is why I couldn't escape until I finally did. And looking back, there were three things that changed everything for me. Three things that finally got me unstuck and moved me from cable monkey to cybersecurity. And I'll share them with you because if you're stuck right now, chances are these are the same three things are holding you back right now. One night really broke me. I was on call 2 a.m. in the morning, picking up phone calls. And at 4 a.m., I had to drive out to a site just to do cabling. That was the moment I said, nah, I cannot do this anymore. I looked at the senior cyber and networking guys. They were at home, comfortable, solving problems from behind a desk. And here I am, crawling on the floor at 4 a.m. like a clown. That's when I told myself I'm done being stuck. I had a wife, a family, bills to pay. Failure for me wasn't an option. But here's the thing. It wasn't just grinding harder that got me out. It came down to three things, very specific things. And I'm going to break them down for you in this video. Number one, having a reason why. Look, if you don't have a reason, you won't survive the grind. Everyone says they want more money or a better job. But when you're tired, when you've got family pressure, when your manager treats you like a garbage, that's when most people quit. The only reason I didn't quit was because I hated help desk so much and I couldn't let my family down. That was my why. And I used that anger as a fuel. Every printer I fixed, every stupid 4 a.m. cable job, I told myself, this is exactly why I'm grinding labs at night. If you don't have that level of fuel, you'll keep drifting away. That is why some guys stay stuck for 10 years. They're never locked in their why. But having a why wasn't enough. I still needed someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, I was just spinning my wheels. Number two, getting a mentor, not just YouTube. I wasted so much time watching YouTube back then. Network Chuck says one thing, David Bombal says another, somebody else says follow this roadmap. I was drowning in advice but not moving forward. You know why? Because none of them knew my situation. I needed someone who could look me in the eye and say, forget that, here's what you need to do right now in your job, in your city. That was my manager at that time. And honestly, having him as my mentor was the best thing that happened to me. He cut through the noise, gave me accountability, and I finally stopped wasting years trying to figure it out all on my own. That's why I tell people a mentor isn't a luxury, it's the fast track. It's the difference between being stuck for 5 years versus breaking through in 6 months. But even with a mentor, there was still one more thing that made the biggest difference. And this is the one most IT professionals completely ignore. Number three, soft skills matter more than you think. This one right here, this was a game changer for me. And I know a lot of you watching are probably thinking, soft skills? Nah, I don't want to deal with that. I just need to get better at hacking, networking, Linux, all that sort of stuff. That is how I will get hired. Let me tell you one thing. That's exactly why most IT professionals stay stuck. Here's the truth. Technical skills get you in the door, but soft skills decide if you actually get the job, if people want to work with you, and if you want to move up in your career. Let me explain. When I got my first network security job, it wasn't because I was the smartest or had the most certifications. I didn't. It was because of the way I carried myself, the way I spoke to people, the way I showed that I could solve problems and communicate clearly. Because at the end of the day, companies don't just hire machines. They hire people they can trust. And if you cannot explain what you're doing, if you cannot make non-technical people feel confident in you, you won't get the role. That's it. For me at that time, I had broken English, my accent was strong, but I kept pushing myself to improve. I practiced communication skills, I practiced confidence, I learned how to talk about my value, not just list my skills or certifications. And you know what happened after that? People gave me chances. They said, I like this guy, he's sharp, he's hungry, he can grow. That's how I got into network security. Not because I was a genius, but because people trusted me. Now, let me give you some guidance here. If you're in IT right now, here's how to start building your soft skills. First, communication. Record yourself explaining technical concepts like you're teaching a friend. If you cannot explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Second, networking with people, not devices. People. Talk to peers. Join LinkedIn groups. Comment on other IT professional posts. That's how you get noticed. You have to start doing networking. And the third one is confidence, not arrogance. Confidence. Look people in the eye, own your words, stop talking like you're unsure of yourself. And the benefit of that is when opportunities come up, your name will be the one people remember. When a manager has to choose between a quiet, awkward tech guy or the one who communicates clearly and shows up with energy, guess who gets picked up? That is why soft skills are not optional anymore, guys. They're multiplier. They take your technical skills and make them visible, and it makes them valuable at the same time. And for me personally, even today, after 10 years, I'm still working on it. I'm working on my intonation, my communication skills, because I know the better I communicate, the more doors I open in business and in life. So if you're only grinding on the tech side and you're ignoring people and communication skills, you're holding yourself back. And you won't even realize it until someone else with less technical skills passes you because they know how to connect and present themselves. Fast forward more than 10 years in IT, I've moved countries, worked with government agencies, worked with private companies in the US and Australia. Now I'm making more than 25K per month. And if you don't believe me, here's my pay slip on the screen. You can see it right there. And I'm telling you, it all came down to those three things. I had a strong reason, I had a mentor, and I worked on my soft skills. If you like this video, guys, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and watch the video that you're seeing here on this screen. See you in the next video.